Man, what's the dealio, y'all? We got a banger today, man. We got a trade of the day. I'm excited to share this one with you. I have a great lesson. This trade worked out like perfectly, right? Like perfect. So be sure to tap in, watch the video in its entirety because you cannot afford to miss out on this information. All right. So before we get into the trade of the day, I want to let you know that take options trading seriously. I cannot stress it enough. Okay? Take it seriously. Lock in because if you lock in for the next 6 months to a year, I guarantee it, you will literally change your life, your kids' life if you have kids. If you don't, you're going to change your kids' life in the future. You're going to change your family's life. This is something you could teach your family, right? So lock in and learn this skill set. You don't need no other person, right? You don't need to go to a job. None of that. All you need to do is learn how to recognize patterns, charts, control yourself, control your emotions, and your life will be never be the same. All right. So today we got Meta. So we busted down Meta today and we made $344.58 and we made that in 10 minutes, okay? So I got 3 contracts. Each contract was $675. So 675 times 3 is 2025. So I invested $2,000. I got into a call, so I wrote it to the upside. All right. And then I sold those contracts 10 minutes later, right? I got in at 11:09 Eastern, which is 8:09 a.m. And I got out at 8:19. That's 10 minutes. Okay. And I sold them for $790 each contract. And I had 3 contracts, right? And so that's a $344 profit. Anything else? Yeah. It was a very simple trade, but we're gonna go into the charts and then we're gonna break it all down. How did I do this and what can you learn from this? Okay, so we're gonna go to the charts. All right. So where we at? So this is SoFi. All right. So we got Meta, right? Boom. All right. So here's the chart. So this is the 5-minute time frame, and this is the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so let's analyze this real quick. So if we were to analyze this, let's go to the previous day in the pre-market because I want to make sure that we have a full analysis. So yesterday Meta closed at 616. Okay, closed at 616. Well, before that, Meta yesterday dropped and then it recovered and came back up. So that's already a strong sign to the upside, right? Because it had momentum and it had strength. It didn't just drop and then it kept going or stay there. It dropped and then it came back. So it closed at this level right here, 616, and then it opened. It gapped up to 623. So it went up about $7. Okay. So what happens? Let's look at this at the 5-minute time frame. So the market opens and it starts to drop and then it goes up. So it's hovering. So right here, it can go either way. Now, I wasn't looking at Meta in the beginning. I was actually looking at Palantir, and I did make some money off of Palantir today. So you see, I marked it right there, but I was actually trading Palantir at this time. But I saw Meta was already on an uptrend. Like later on, I saw it. So I was like, okay, let me pay attention to it. And then it was on an uptrend and I was looking to see if I could trade it. But then I started looking at it like around like right here. And I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. Then I saw this and then I saw this candle right here. And I thought it was making a double top, right? So I thought it might be going down. And then I saw this right here. But the 9 EMA and the 21 EMA were far apart. The orange, remember, the orange line is the 9 EMA and the blue line is the 21 EMA. So then this green line is the VWAP, volume weighted price average. So because the stock was above the VWAP, we're bullish. And then also the EMAs were far apart. So what that means is the trend was strong. So I'm like, I don't think it's going down. And then I looked at the 15-minute and I was like, uh-oh. And then I looked at the 5-minute again and I'm like, oh, I see exactly what's going on. It is a bull flag, right? So be sure to write this in your notes. I'm going to put this big, BULLFLAG. Okay? Make sure you write that joint down. This is a bull flag. This is exactly what it was. This is a pattern that I love trading, and it works beautifully. It was a beautiful trade. So let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get a little bit more granular. So this is what happens. A stock goes up, okay? So it breaks out. So Meta broke out, and then what happened? It did this. What do we call this? Consolidation, right? So when a stock goes up, it has a breakout to the upside or the downside, it may consolidate. Now, as you can see, I marked it. So this right here, this line is the pole, okay? So we're going to type this out, pole. Okay, so I want you to imagine a flag. So this right here is the pole. This right here, this area is a flag. So you see boom, 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 right? Let me see. Yeah. So let's look at the arrows. So we got boom. We got another arrow. Boom. 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 Right here. Okay. And then what's the next one? Boom. Okay. So this is the bull flag. Now the bull flag, it ain't always going to look perfect like this. Sometimes it might be slanted to the upside or the downside, and they call that a pennant. But this is a bull flag. So it has a strong move to the upside and then it consolidates. Now, if we go to the 15-minute time frame, look at this. So these two candles right here are some big green candles. Now, pay attention to this right here. The fact that these candles that were consolidating, that they didn't come all the way down here, let me know that it was holding a solid level right here. And as you can see, I have a support level right here already mapped out. So the stock price, the stock had never came below support. So it was consolidating above support after a breakout. So all that lets me know is we about to go higher. So then I had mapped this out and then I set my price target. I said, okay, what you do is you look at where it broke out from. So I have this right here. And then I just dragged it up to right here. So this is was what was supposed to be price target, right? And we got boom. Okay. Now this was supposed to be the price target. It still may get there. It may get there tomorrow. It may get there on Friday, right? If you're on a swing, you could just continue to hold this. But Meta is about to drop right here if these EMAs cross over. And I was in a day trade. So that was the price target. So it was 635, right? Was the initial price target. So I entered in right at this candle right here, this red candle. It had not broken out yet. If I would have got in right here, it wouldn't have hit the same for me. Now, some may say this is risky because it could go down, but it was above the EMAs, above the VWAP. All signs were pointing north. And then this candle right here is what? It looks like a dragonfly. So that's a bullish candle as well. So I got in right here, and then it came down a little bit. I was like down like $90 or something, nothing crazy. So I'm staying right there. I'm just letting it hover because I saw what was going on. I saw the bull. I saw the pattern. I was trusted myself. I trusted what I saw. And then this candle opened up, and then what it do? It kind of inched up a little bit. It was going slow. Out of nowhere, that motherfucker said, woof, and it went up here. And I was like, okay, now we're above this level that I have charted out. So what does that mean? It should go higher to the next level that I have charted out. And then it shot up here, and then you can see that there's a wick. So I got out on this candle right here, this second candle right here, and I got out right there. Okay. And so the stock moved from 628. It went from 628 to 631. So a $3 move made me $344 in 10 minutes, right? As you can see, it went a little bit higher. It went to 630. It went to 633, 630, almost 634. So it was close to the price target, right? But I got out right here because once again, I like to be in and out, right? And that is literally how I made $344 today. You feel what I'm saying? We hit the market nice today. We made 1,000. I'm gonna go over this trade right here. This was a swing trade with ABGO. I woke up, made $700. And all of this was done before 9 a.m. Right? All of this was done before 9 a.m. So yeah. So that's how we made $344 on Meta in 10 minutes. Now, I want you to understand that this pattern is one of my favorite to trade, but you can do the exact same thing to the downside. So every pattern that is in the stock market, if there's a bullish pattern, which is to the upside, there's an exact same pattern on the inverse. So up and down, these patterns are the same. The philosophy is the same. You just have to understand how to be patient and how to spot these opportunities in the market, right? There's thousands of stocks every single day that make these moves and make these patterns. You just have to learn when to get in and when to get out. It's that simple, right? So we busted down Meta on a bull flag today, 10-minute trade, $344, right? That's how we get down. We snipers. We get in, we get out. We don't hold the bag. We don't wait for it to go up, because I always tell myself this, and I tell people that I'm helping. I always say, you could have always made more. Don't be mad at yourself for taking some profits. You could have always made more, right? So don't beat yourself up. The fact that you're in the green is what is most important, because so many people lose money every single day in the market because they're getting blended. Feel what I'm saying? So that's the trade of the day. I appreciate y'all time. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow in the next video. Always remember, get out of your head and get into the world, because your head is a dangerous place to live. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Peace.